Hey everyone. All right, so I'm out here now with Shakespeare, who you can see still has quite a long winter coat. He is shedding it out, but yesterday was 86 and today is going to be in the 80s, and he is just roasting. So what I'm doing is I am going to clip off this excess coat of his. I've got a little jackery here that I can plug into, and I've got the Andis AGCs, really great for horses. So what I do is I just find the longer areas of his coat that haven't shed off yet and need some extra help, and I am going with the lay of the hair. Okay, I am not going backwards because I don't want to shave him like bald. I just want to get this excess coat off of him so that he is cooler in these really, really, really hot days. And now that we are in April, he doesn't need this extra coat. And he would eventually shed this off. I am just helping him out. I'm doing it a little bit faster for him than he normally sheds, but he just grows such a really, really thick winter coat that it takes him longer than the other horses to shed it all out. And then he's standing here and he's sweating and he's miserable in the sun. So he does not, there is a disease, and it's called Cushing's disease. And Cushing's is, one of the symptoms of Cushing's is they cannot shed their winter coats. They keep a thick winter coat like into spring and into summer, and a lot of Cushing's horses have to be clipped. Well, Shakespeare does not have Cushing's. I have had him tested for it. He does not have it. He just happens to have a really long, thick coat. So, I do each year kind of help him out with this, with getting rid of the excess coat. And I just thought that you guys might want to see kind of how that is done. A lot of people's first inclination when they are shaving a horse is to go the opposite way, like to go against the grain on a horse and on a dog and on a, whatever that they're trimming, but that is actually not the proper way to trim an animal. Believe it or not, my first job was as a professional groomer for dogs and yes, sometimes cats. So I did go to grooming school, fresh out of high school, and I owned my own grooming business from the age of 19 for several years until I had a shoulder injury. So I had to then stop grooming because I couldn't hold the I just couldn't do it with my surgery and everything else. It got to be too much. So anyway, long story short, I do actually know that you are supposed to follow the, you're supposed to follow the way the hair lays, even when you're grooming dogs. You are definitely supposed to go with the grain, so to speak, not against the grain. Because you can scalp them if you go against the grain. So that is just a little tip that, hopefully might help you. Like if you're ever trimming your dog or something, don't go this way on them. Just follow the coat. Now in these areas where the hair grows, you can see his hair is growing up. Then in these instances, I will follow the grain that way. Okay, just kind of trim them up a little bit, and then it kind of tilts off to the side here. So we're going to go that way, back toward the tail, and then you get a nice smooth finish that way. So again, same thing here. His hair is actually growing that direction, so I'm just going to follow that. Get him nice and smoothed out. Get rid of all this excess coat for him. And then once I'm done this, I'm going to brush him out to get all this tickly, dead coat off of him. And then once he's brushed, I'll put a nice bit of fly spray on him, and we will get him all set for going back out into the field. So hope that helps, and I will talk to you all later. Okay, so I just finished giving Shakespeare a bit of a haircut, so he's a little more even. But he was sweating so much that I couldn't get him all because his coat was too wet and it kept getting clogged in the clippers. Anyway, all the other horses are down in that pasture right now, so he's getting very antsy and he wants to go join them. So I suspect he is going to take off when I allow him to. Go get him, my boy. Alright, so he's making his way down. Now, he's going to go through the gate. And there he goes. Yep, the rest of his herd. Happy boy. So, he is now all treated for bugs. Yep, he's going to pee now. That's what he's doing. And the rest of them are out there eating in that massively big green pasture. So it's all good. And this is their Easter Sunday. So it's all, they're having a, they're gonna have a beautiful day today. As soon as he finishes peeing, he might trot around a little bit, I'm not sure, or he might just go directly to eating. Let's see what he does here. Sometimes he wants to play and he runs. I think he's just going to eat. But, yeah, we'll see what he's doing. Yep, pretty sure he's just going to eat. Maybe he'll play. He's going to go check out True, make sure she's okay. He's checking on the herd. Okay, so you can see that he's now going over and he's going to check on Wyatt. Wyatt's right there. He just looked at him, he made sure he's okay. Now he will probably settle in somewhere near Cutter. Maybe not, let's see. Let's see, he's gonna check the perimeter here of that field, even though he knows it. And then, but this is typical of Shakespeare. He checks in on his two closest herd mates, which are True and Wyatt, who he was responsible for by himself for a couple of years at another farm. And then he usually checks the perimeter, makes sure that all the electric fencing is still in place, just in case he might want to get into another pasture. And then there goes his head. He is going to start eating here in just a second. So there you have it. All right, well, I am going to go clean up all this hair now.